Hello, this is Monika McGillicuddy, the 2010 President of the New Hampshire Association of Realtors. I hope you've all had a wonderful month. The market has certainly picked up this past month. We've actually had a great quarter, which I'll talk about in a little bit. I'd like to report today as to what happened on our executive committee that we had this morning. We actually had 3 action items come forward. One was a fundraising potential change, came forward and was discussed heavily at executive committee. Lots of great ideas were shared, and the end result was that it is going to be looked at for further study, so no action at this time. The other item came forward was a revision to our strategic plan. This came out of the visionary session that was held in January. There was some slight revisions this morning, but other than that, it's all set to go forward to the Board of Directors for final approval in June. The other item that came forward was from our Public Policy Committee with a request from DES to add a line item or a sentence to our disclosure forms. After some debate and discussion, the decision was made to forward this to the legal committee for their recommendations and suggestions. A couple of important dates coming up. Those of you that are going to be attending the mid-year meetings in Washington, D.C. this year, May 11th to the 15th. We're having an informal New Hampshire night out. It's going to be a Dutch treat. So those that would like to join us, mark your calendar for Thursday night. It's going to be at Marvin's, and you'll get notification via email or in the mail, so make sure you look for an email from NHAR talking about that. Other upcoming events, I'd like to talk to you about some of our educational offerings that we have. We have the Certified Buyers Representative course coming up in April. This is a fantastic program taught by Roger Turcotte. If you haven't signed up, do so. It's 3 days. Excellent program. Another program that we are also holding, and this is in May 5th. The original program was totally sold out. The loss mitigation that we're doing, phenomenal reviews. So mark May 5th down for that. And then look for our GRI series. We're going right into the summer and into the fall. We have several GRI programs scheduled. If you don't have your GRI designation, now is the time to take advantage. Another thing to keep in mind is our state convention. This year it's in October at the Mount Washington, and it is going to be like no convention you've ever experienced before. We're going to have, on the 3rd day, we're going to have what we call a real estate bar camp. It's an unconference, and what it is peer-to-peer learning and basically raising the bar to learning. So anyone that wants to attend, this is free, but you will have to reserve to take spot. So look forward to that. Keep your eye out on emails from NHAR. Each month I've identified a challenge. I think that it is appropriate to mention that this month's challenge is going to be all about social networking. I'm sure you've heard the talk, you've heard the buzz, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of that stuff. NHAR has a class coming up. But more importantly, the National Association of Realtors actually has a social networking field guide for realtors. And in there, in the field guide, it talks about, using social networking to reach your clients, to do your marketing, and it has some wonderful suggestions. All of this can be found on the NAR site, realtor.org, and also part of the Right Tools Right Now. And speaking of the Right Tools Right Now, the program ends the end of this year, so take advantage of all those free to low-cost offerings that NAR is offering you, the members. This morning, our treasurer, Bill Weidecker, went over our financial reports, and I'm thrilled to be able to report to you that at the end of first quarter, we are at 102% of goal for membership, and we're at 97% of goal for our affiliate members. So things are really looking good at NHAR. Our expenses, everything is in line, so the first quarter looks wonderful. More importantly, I think the first quarter we have the numbers, the sales, and median prices. I think you're going to be thrilled to know that now we've had 3 months of gain. I'm very proud to be able to tell you that first quarter up 13% in units sold. That's significant. And also first quarter in median price up 6%. So good news all around. I think the market has certainly a strong momentum. And there's a lot of talk what's going to happen when the tax credit goes away. But the thing I want you to remember is that last year, I believe that 50% of the sales comprised of first-time home buyers. And roughly 10% of that 50%, those folks said they bought simply because of the tax credit. meaning all the other buyers were in the market, and the tax credit was a nice incentive, but it wasn't the deciding factor. So as we go through this with the expiration date of the tax credit, I'm excited. I think we have the momentum, the inventory, certainly the interest rates. Everything is in play to continue to have a good market. We need to be cautious, but yet optimistic. So I think we're going to have a great quarter, and I think you're going to have a wonderful spring. So happy selling, and I'll see you next month.